Have you ever felt like something sinister is lurking in the shadows, watching your every move? Do you sometimes get the feeling that you're different from everyone else, like you're meant for something bigger? Well, you might just be right. You could be a chosen one without even knowing it. But here's the thing, being special comes with its own set of challenges. Today, we're diving into a topic that might send shivers down your spine. The 6 signs that demons are attacking chosen ones like you. Now, I know what you're thinking. Demons? Really? It might sound like something out of a scary movie, but trust me, this is more real than you might think. These dark forces are out there, and they're not playing around. They're targeting people who have a special purpose, people who shine a little brighter than the rest. And if you're one of those people, you need to know what you're up against. But don't worry, I've got your back. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look out for. You'll be able to spot the signs that demons are trying to mess with you, and more importantly, you'll know that you're not alone in this fight. So, buckle up and get ready to learn about the 6 telltale signs that you're under attack from the dark side. Let's talk about chosen ones for a minute. Who are they? Really? Well, chosen ones are special people who have a big role to play in the world. They're not your everyday folks. They've got a spark inside them that sets them apart. These are the people who are meant to make a real difference, to shake things up and bring light into dark places. Now, you might be thinking, that sounds pretty cool. Sign me up. But hold on a second. Being a chosen one isn't all superpowers and glory. It comes with some serious baggage. See, the universe has a way of balancing things out. Where there's light, there's also darkness. And that darkness? It doesn't like competition. This is where demons come into the picture. These dark forces aren't too happy about chosen ones running around and spreading light. They see chosen ones as a threat, and they'll do whatever it takes to stop them. That's why they target chosen ones specifically. They want to dim that inner light, to throw chosen ones off their path. But why is it so important to know if you're being targeted? Well, knowledge is power, my friends. If you know what's coming at you, you can prepare yourself. You can fight back. And that's exactly what we're here to help you do. By recognizing the signs of demonic attacks, you can protect yourself and stay true to your purpose. Remember, being a chosen one doesn't mean you're invincible. It means you've got a target on your back. But don't let that scare you. It also means you've got the strength inside you to face whatever comes your way. So, let's get into it and talk about the first sign that demons might be messing with you. Let's dive into the first big sign that demons might be trying to take you down: unexplained fear and anxiety. Now, I'm not talking about your everyday jitters or the kind of nerves you get before a big test. This is something much deeper and more unsettling. Picture this. You're going about your day, everything's normal, when suddenly, out of nowhere, this wave of fear washes over you. Your heart starts racing, your palms get sweaty, and you feel like danger is lurking around every corner. But here's the kicker. There's nothing actually threatening you. No big scary monster, no looming deadline, nothing. It's just this overwhelming sense of dread that you can't shake off. This kind of fear and anxiety isn't your run-of-the-mill stress. It's like a dark cloud that follows you around, making you doubt yourself and question everything. You might find yourself afraid to go certain places or do things you used to enjoy. It's like something is trying to shrink your world, to keep you small and scared. Now, why would demons want to make you feel this way? Well, think about it. When you're constantly afraid, are you living up to your full potential? Are you out there making a difference in the world? Probably not. You're too busy looking over your shoulder, worrying about things that might never happen. And that's exactly what these dark forces want. They want to paralyze you with fear, to keep you from fulfilling your purpose as a chosen one. But here's the thing. Recognizing this fear for what it is can be incredibly powerful. Once you understand that these feelings aren't just random, that they might be a sign of something bigger going on, you can start a fight back. You can remind yourself that you're stronger than any fear, that you've got a light inside you that no amount of darkness can snuff out. So, how do you know if what you're feeling is just normal stress or if it's something more sinister? Pay attention to the timing and intensity of these feelings. Do they come out of nowhere, with no clear trigger? Do they feel way stronger than the situation calls for? And most importantly, do they seem to hit you hardest when you're trying to do something positive or meaningful with your life? If you're nodding your head right now, thinking, yep, that sounds familiar, then you might be dealing with more than just everyday anxiety. You might be experiencing the first sign of a demonic attack. But don't panic. Remember, recognizing the sign is the first step to overcoming it. Now, I'm not saying every little worry is a sign of demonic interference. We all have our moments of doubt and fear. But if you're constantly battling unexplained, intense fear and anxiety, especially when you're trying to do good in the world, it might be time to consider that something bigger is at play. So, what can you do about it? First off, don't let it stop you. That's exactly what these dark forces want. Instead, use it as fuel. Every time you feel that fear creeping in, remind yourself of who you are and what you're capable of. You're a chosen one, remember? You've got a purpose, and no amount of fear can take that away from you. Try to ground yourself when these feelings hit. Take deep breaths, remind yourself that you're safe, and focus on the present moment. Sometimes, just acknowledging that these feelings might not be entirely your own can help lessen their power over you. And remember, you're not alone in this. Reach out to people you trust, people who understand what you're going through. Sometimes, just talking about these feelings can help you see them for what they really are, an attack, not a truth about who you are. As we move on to the next sign, keep this in mind. Fear is a tool of the darkness, but courage? Courage is your birthright as a chosen one. Don't let unexplained fear and anxiety hold you back. Face it head on, and watch as your inner light grows even stronger. Let's move on to the second sign that demons might be trying to mess with you. A sudden onslaught of negative thoughts and self-doubt. This isn't just your average bad day or moment of low confidence. We're talking about a tidal wave of negativity that seems to come out of nowhere and threatens to drown you. Picture this. You're going about your day, feeling pretty good about yourself and your life. Maybe you've just accomplished something awesome, or you're working towards a big goal. Then, out of the blue, your mind starts filling up with thoughts like, you're not good enough, you'll never make it, or who do you think you are to even try? These thoughts hit you hard and fast, like a punch to the gut. This kind of self-doubt is particularly nasty because it targets your sense of self-worth and your belief in your abilities. It's like there's a mean little voice in your head, constantly putting you down and questioning everything you do. And the tricky part? This voice might sound just like your own, making it hard to recognize that these thoughts aren't really coming from you. So why would demons want to fill your head with these negative thoughts? It's simple. They're trying to knock you off your path. Remember, as a chosen one, you've got a special purpose. You're meant to do great things, to bring light into the world. But if you're constantly doubting yourself, if you're convinced that you're not worthy or capable, are you going to fulfill that purpose? Probably not. These negative thoughts are like spiritual chains, trying to hold you back from reaching your full potential. They want you to play small, to give up on your dreams, to stop trying to make a difference. Because if you do that, the darkness wins. But here's the thing. Recognizing these thoughts for what they are can be incredibly empowering. Once you understand that this negativity isn't really you, that it might be coming from an outside force trying to bring you down, you can start a fight back. So how can you tell if what you're experiencing is just a case of normal self-doubt or if it's something more sinister? Pay attention to how these thoughts feel. Do they seem to come out of nowhere? Do they feel weirdly intense or out of proportion to the situation? And most importantly, do they hit you hardest when you're trying to do something positive or meaningful with your life? If you're thinking, yep, that sounds familiar, then you might be dealing with the second sign of a demonic attack. But don't worry. Recognizing it is the first step to overcoming it. Remember, these negative thoughts aren't the truth about who you are. They're just noise, trying to drown out your inner wisdom and strength. Every time you catch yourself thinking these negative thoughts, challenge them. Ask yourself, is this really true? Or is something trying to throw me off track? And here's a powerful trick. Flip those negative thoughts on their head. If the voice in your head is saying, you're not good enough, counter it with, I am more than enough. If it's telling you, you'll never make it, respond with, I'm making progress every day. It might feel weird at first, but the more you do it, the stronger your positive voice will become. Don't let these negative thoughts and self-doubt hold you back. You're a chosen one, remember? You've got a light inside you that no amount of negativity can dim. Believe in yourself, in your purpose, and in your power to overcome any obstacle, even the ones in your own mind. Now, let's talk about the third sign that demons might be targeting you: unexplained physical symptoms. This one might surprise you because we often think of spiritual attacks as being, well, spiritual. But the truth is, these dark forces can affect you on a physical level too. Here's what it might look like. You're going about your day when suddenly, out of nowhere, you start feeling sick. Maybe you get a pounding headache that won't go away no matter what you do. Or perhaps you feel a heaviness in your chest, like you can't quite catch your breath. Some people experience sudden, intense fatigue, the kind that makes you feel like you've been hit by a truck, even if you just woke up from a full night's sleep. The key word here is unexplained. These aren't your normal aches and pains. They're not symptoms of a cold or flu that's going around. These are physical discomforts that seem to come out of nowhere and don't have any obvious cause. You might go to the doctor, run some tests, and everything comes back normal, but you still feel awful. So why would demons want to make you feel physically ill? Well, think about it. When you're not feeling well physically, how much energy do you have to pursue your goals? How motivated are you to go out and make a difference in the world? Not very, right? And that's exactly what these dark forces want. They want to drain your energy to keep you feeling weak and powerless. These physical symptoms are like spiritual roadblocks, trying to stop you from moving forward on your path. They want you to be so focused on feeling better that you don't have any energy left for your greater purpose. Because if you're stuck in bed with a migraine, you're not out there shining your light and making the world a better place. But here's the thing, understanding that these symptoms might have a spiritual cause can be a game changer. It doesn't mean you should ignore your health or avoid seeing a doctor. Always get checked out if you're not feeling well. But if the doctors can't find anything wrong and you're still experiencing these symptoms, it might be time to consider that something else is going on. So how can you tell if what you're experiencing is just a random bout of illness or if it's a sign of spiritual attack? Pay attention to when these symptoms occur. Do they seem to hit you when you're about to do something important or meaningful? Do they get worse when you're trying to pursue your goals or help others? And do they seem to ease up when you engage in spiritual practices like prayer or meditation? If you're nodding your head right now, thinking, yeah, that sounds familiar, then you might be dealing with the third sign of a demonic attack. But don't panic. Recognizing it is the first step to overcoming it. Remember, your body and spirit are connected. If you're under spiritual attack, it makes sense that you might feel it physically. But that also means that spiritual solutions can help with physical symptoms. When you feel these unexplained symptoms coming on, try saying a prayer, meditating, or doing whatever spiritual practice resonates with you. Many people find that this can bring relief when nothing else seems to work. Also, don't underestimate the power of positive thinking and affirmations. When you're feeling physically low, remind yourself of your strength and resilience. Say things like, "My body is strong and healthy," or "I am filled with divine energy and vitality." It might feel silly at first, but your words have power, especially when you're combating a spiritual attack. And remember, you're not alone in this. Reach out to others who understand what you're going through. Sometimes, just talking about these symptoms and acknowledging their possible spiritual source can help alleviate them. Don't let these unexplained physical symptoms keep you down. You're a chosen one, remember? You've got a strength inside you that goes beyond the physical. Trust in that strength, nurture your spiritual health, and watch as your physical symptoms start to lose their power over you. As we move on to the next sign, keep this in mind. Your body is a temple, and you have the power to protect it from any dark forces that try to bring it down. Stay strong, stay positive, and keep shining your light, no matter how you're feeling physically. Let's dive into the fourth sign that demons might be messing with you. A series of strange occurrences and what seems like never-ending bad luck. Now, we're not talking about just having an off day or a bit of clumsiness. This is about a pattern of weird, unexplainable events that leave you scratching your head and wondering, what in the world is going on? Picture this. You're trying to get to an important meeting, and suddenly your car won't start. No big deal, right? But then you get it fixed, and the next day, your alarm doesn't go off. The day after that, you spill coffee all over your important documents. It's like the universe is conspiring against you, throwing one obstacle after another in your path. These occurrences might seem small on their own, but when they start piling up, it can feel like you're living in a cloud of bad luck. Things that never used to be a problem suddenly become huge issues. Technology seems to malfunction around you. Plans fall through at the last minute. It's as if an invisible force is working overtime to make your life difficult. So why would demons want to surround you with bad luck and strange occurrences? It's all about disruption and distraction. Think about it. When you're constantly dealing with one crisis after another, how much energy do you have left to focus on your greater purpose? When you're always putting out fires, it's hard to build something meaningful. These strange occurrences and streaks of bad luck are like spiritual roadblocks, designed to keep you off balance and focused on just getting through the day. They want you so caught up in dealing with these constant problems that you forget about your bigger goals and your role as a chosen one. But here's the thing. Recognizing this pattern for what it is can be incredibly empowering. Once you understand that these occurrences might not be random, that they might be part of a larger attempt to throw you off course, you can start to take back control. So how can you tell if what you're experiencing is just a run of bad luck, or if it's something more sinister? Pay attention to the timing and frequency of these occurrences. Do they seem to happen most often when you're trying to do something positive or meaningful? Do they increase when you're making progress towards your goals? And do they seem to ease up when you engage in spiritual practices or ask for protection? If you're thinking, wow, that sounds familiar, then you might be dealing with the fourth sign of a demonic attack. But don't worry, recognizing it is the first step to overcoming it. Remember, you're not powerless in this situation. You might not be able to control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond to it. When these strange occurrences start piling up, take a deep breath and remind yourself of who you are and what you're capable of. You're a chosen one. Remember, you've got a strength inside you that no amount of bad luck can diminish. Try to look at these obstacles as challenges rather than defeats. Each problem you overcome is making you stronger and more resilient. And who knows, maybe these roadblocks are actually redirecting you towards something even better than what you had planned. Don't let this streak of bad luck get you down. Instead, use it as motivation to strengthen your spiritual practices. Many people find that increasing their prayers, meditation, or other spiritual activities can help turn the tide when they're experiencing this kind of attack. And remember, you're not alone in this. Reach out to others who understand what you're going through. Sometimes, just talking about these strange occurrences can help you see patterns you might have missed and find new ways to protect yourself. As we move on to the next sign, keep this in mind. You are more powerful than any streak of bad luck. Your purpose as a chosen one is greater than any obstacle that might be thrown in your path. Stay strong, stay focused, and keep moving forward, no matter what strange occurrences come your way. Now, let's talk about the fifth sign that demons might be targeting you. Intense nightmares and sleep disturbances. This isn't just about having a bad dream now and then or the occasional restless night. We're talking about a pattern of terrifying nightmares that leave you shaken, or sleep problems that seem to drain all your energy. Imagine this. You go to bed, exhausted after a long day, looking forward to a good night's sleep. But as soon as you close your eyes, you're plunged into a world of nightmares. These aren't your run-of-the-mill bad dreams. These nightmares are vivid, intense, and often feel all too real. You might dream of being chased by dark figures, of falling into endless pits, or of losing everything you care about. You wake up in a cold sweat, heart racing, feeling like you haven't slept at all. Or maybe your problem isn't nightmares, but the inability to sleep at all. You lie awake night after night, tossing and turning, your mind racing with anxious thoughts. Even when you do manage to drift off, your sleep is light and fitful, leaving you feeling even more tired than when you went to bed. So why would demons want to mess with your sleep? Well, sleep is when we recharge, both physically and spiritually. It's when our subconscious minds process information and our bodies heal. By disrupting your sleep, these dark forces are trying to keep you exhausted, off balance, and disconnected from your inner strength. These sleep disturbances are like spiritual energy vampires, sucking away your vitality night after night. They want you too tired to pursue your purpose, too drained to shine your light in the world. Because if you're constantly exhausted, how can you fulfill your role as a chosen one? But here's the powerful truth. Recognizing these sleep issues for what they are can be the first step towards reclaiming your nights and your energy. Once you understand that these disturbances might not be random, that they might be part of a larger attempt to wear you down, you can start to fight back. So how can you tell if what you're experiencing is just a phase of bad sleep, or if it's something more sinister? Pay attention to the content and frequency of your nightmares. Are they unusually vivid or terrifying? Do they often involve themes of being attacked or pursued by dark forces? And for sleep disturbances, notice if they seem to get worse when you're making progress in your spiritual life or trying to do something positive. If you're nodding along, thinking, yes, that's exactly what I'm going through, then you might be experiencing the fifth sign of a demonic attack. But don't let fear keep you up at night. Recognizing the sign is the first step to overcoming it. Remember, your bedroom is your sanctuary, and you have the power to protect it. Many people find it helpful to cleanse their sleeping space, whether through prayer, burning sage, or whatever spiritual practice resonates with them. Create a bedtime routine that helps you feel safe and peaceful. This might include prayer, meditation, or simply setting an intention for peaceful sleep. When nightmares strike, try to remind yourself, even within the dream, that you are safe and protected. Some people find that asking for spiritual protection before bed can help ward off these disturbing dreams. And if you wake up from a nightmare, don't lie there reliving it. Get up, turn on the light, say a prayer or affirmation, and remind yourself that you are safe and loved. For general sleep disturbances, try to create a calm, soothing environment in your bedroom. Limit screen time before bed, practice relaxation techniques, and if anxious thoughts are keeping you awake, write them down to deal with in the morning. Remember, rest is your right, and no dark force can take that away from you if you stand firm in your spiritual power. Don't let these sleep disturbances drain your energy and dim your light. You're a chosen one, remember? You have a strength within you that no nightmare can touch, a peace that no sleepless night can disturb. Claim that strength, embrace that peace, and watch as your nights become restful once again. Let's talk about the sixth and final sign that demons might be attacking you. Feeling disconnected from your spiritual path. This isn't just about having a day where you don't feel like meditating or praying. We're talking about a deep, persistent feeling of being cut off from your spiritual side, like there's a wall between you and your higher power. Imagine this. You used to feel a strong connection to your spiritual practices. Maybe you felt peace when you prayed, or you got insights during meditation. Perhaps you felt guided and protected as you went about your day. But now, suddenly, it's like the line has gone dead. Your prayers feel like they're hitting a brick wall. Your meditation sessions leave you feeling more frustrated than peaceful. You can't seem to feel that sense of guidance anymore, and the world feels cold and empty. This disconnection can show up in different ways. You might find yourself questioning beliefs that you once held dear. Or maybe you just can't muster up the motivation to engage in spiritual practices that used to bring you joy. It's like you're going through the motions, but the spark is gone. So why would demons want to make you feel disconnected from your spiritual path? Well, think about it. Your spiritual connection is your lifeline, your source of strength and guidance. It's what helps you stay true to your purpose as a chosen one. By making you feel cut off from that source, these dark forces are trying to weaken you, to make you doubt yourself and your path. This spiritual disconnection is like a fog, clouding your vision and making you lose your way. They want you to feel lost and alone, to forget about the light inside you. Because if you can't connect to your spiritual side, how can you fulfill your role in bringing light to the world? But here's the incredible truth. Recognizing this disconnection for what it is can be the first step towards reclaiming your spiritual power. Once you understand that this feeling of being cut off might not be real, that it might be part of a larger attempt to derail you, you can start to push back against it. So how can you tell if what you're experiencing is just a phase of spiritual dryness or if it's something more sinister? Pay attention to how sudden and complete this disconnection feels. Did it come on all at once? Does it feel like more than just a lack of motivation, but an actual inability to connect? And most importantly, did it start happening when you were making significant progress on your spiritual path, or when you were about to take a big step in your personal growth? If you're thinking, wow, that's exactly what I'm going through, then you might be experiencing the sixth sign of a demonic attack. But don't let this realization discourage you. Recognizing the sign is the first step to overcoming it. Remember, your connection to the spiritual realm is your birthright. No external force can truly sever that connection, even if they can make you feel like it's gone. This feeling of disconnection is an illusion, a trick to make you give up. But you're stronger than that. When you're feeling this spiritual disconnection, it's more important than ever to keep up with your practices, even if they feel empty at first. Pray, even if it feels like your words are falling on deaf ears. Meditate, even if your mind is noisy and distracted. Read spiritual texts, even if the words seem to have lost their meaning. By continuing to show up, you're affirming your commitment to your path and your refusal to be derailed. It can also help to reach out to others on a spiritual path. Sometimes, when we can't feel our own connection, we can borrow strength from others. Join a spiritual group, talk to a mentor, or simply spend time with friends who share your beliefs. Their faith can help rekindle your own. Don't let this feeling of disconnection make you doubt your path or your power. You're a chosen one, remember? The light inside you is still there, even if you can't feel its warmth right now. Trust that your connection is still strong, even when you can't sense it. Keep reaching out, keep believing, and watch as the fog starts to lift and your spiritual path becomes clear once again. We've journeyed through the 6 signs that demons might be attacking chosen ones like you. From unexplained fear and anxiety to feeling disconnected from your spiritual path, these signs can be scary and overwhelming. But here's the most important thing to remember. Recognizing these signs doesn't mean you're weak or losing the battle. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Being able to identify these signs of spiritual attack means you're awake, aware, and in tune with your spiritual self. It means you're a threat to the darkness, which is why it's trying so hard to bring you down. And that, my friend, is something to be proud of. Remember, you're not just anyone. You're a chosen one. You have a special purpose, a unique light that the world desperately needs. These attacks aren't happening because you're doing something wrong. They're happening because you're doing something right. You're making a difference, and the darkness doesn't like it. But here's the beautiful truth. You are stronger than any attack that comes your way. The light inside you is more powerful than any darkness that tries to snuff it out. You have the ability to stand strong, to push back against these forces, and to shine even brighter in the face of adversity. So what do you do now? First, stay vigilant. Keep an eye out for these signs in your life. But don't let watching for them make you paranoid. Instead, let your awareness empower you to take action quickly when you notice something's not right. Second, build up your spiritual defenses. Strengthen your connection to your higher power through prayer, meditation, or whatever spiritual practices resonate with you. Surround yourself with positive, uplifting people who support your spiritual growth. Create an environment of light and love in your life that leaves no room for darkness to take hold. Third, remember that you're not alone in this fight. Reach out to others who understand what you're going through. Share your experiences, learn from each other, and support one another. There's strength in numbers, and together, we can push back against the darkness. Finally, and most importantly, never forget who you are. You are a being of light, a chosen one with a divine purpose. No amount of fear, doubt, nightmares, or bad luck can change that fundamental truth. Stand firm in your identity, believe in your power, and trust in your path. Yes, the road of a chosen one can be challenging. There will be times when you feel afraid, times when you doubt yourself, times when it seems like everything is working against you. But those are exactly the times when you need to shine your light the brightest. So stand tall, chosen one. Face the darkness without fear, knowing that the light within you is far more powerful. Every attack you overcome makes you stronger. Every challenge you face brings you closer to fulfilling your purpose. You are here for a reason. The world needs your light, your love, your unique gifts. Don't let any force, no matter how dark or scary, stop you from shining. Because when you shine, you light the way for others. You bring hope, healing, and transformation to a world that desperately needs it. Remember, the very fact that you're experiencing these attacks is proof of your power and importance. So take these signs not as a reason to fear, but as a reason to stand even stronger in your truth. You are chosen, you are powerful, and you are ready to face whatever comes your way. Keep shining, chosen one. The world is waiting for your light.